In today's comparisons to the Gilded Age, this is a fun one, the spoils system. Do you have friends or family that you might want to work with every day? Me too. Now, I'm sure your friends and family are brilliant, but that's actually not the best way to decide who gets a job or not. Back in the early days of the United States, that's exactly what happened. Government jobs, civil service jobs, were given to friends, relatives, anybody who helped on a campaign. They were seen as rewards for support for a particular candidate. There was no effort put in to decide who might do the job competently. This is called the spoils system or patronage, based on a quote about Andrew Jackson's campaign saying, "To the victor belong the spoils." Andrew Jackson was elected in 1828, and he didn't invent the spoils system, but he definitely perfected it. Adams, Washington, Jefferson, a lot of the early presidents awarded government roles through patronage as well, though. Andrew Jackson campaigns on a reform platform. He says he's going to transform the government. He's going to make it more efficient. He's going to get rid of waste. He makes a lot of promises to people in order to gain their votes and gain their support. And once he's elected, he follows through on that. In the first year, he cuts about 10% of all government jobs. And he does start to give a lot of jobs to those supporters. One of Jackson's appointees stole over $1 million from the government in his position as collector of the Port of New York. Even though everyone sees the spoils system as being corrupt and inefficient, there are calls for reform, but they really go nowhere until we reach Mark Twain and the Gilded Age. In 1876, Twain gives a speech that goes viral for the day. He basically says about the spoils system, which he was not in favor of, we wouldn't hire a blacksmith who couldn't wield a hammer. We wouldn't hire a school teacher who doesn't know ABCs. So why are we hiring these people for government jobs that are clearly not qualified? This was a big deal because Twain had never campaigned for any political candidate before. He'd never spoken out in such a public platform. So it landed on the front page of a lot of newspapers. In 1880, Republican James Garfield wins the presidency.